Hey.
Hello, and welcome to another episode here in the Madhouse of the Soluri No Guts, No Glory Hour. I'm Janet.
I'm Vinny.
You guys know that already.
Yeah, we're back again. Another Friday, another week.
Yeah, and we're going to say goodbye to February, the last day of the month, the 28th. I would like to say we're going to push it aside and look forward to spring-like weather, but we have to hold off on that.
Yeah, we got a snowstorm coming Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday.
And Bernie Kearney, my dear friend, he says it's going to be the worst one of the season. So
Bernie's
I
never
hope
wrong.
you're wrong, Bernie.
Bernie's never wrong.
He's never wrong, no.
I vacation on Bernie's forecast.
That's true. That's true. But how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad the weekend's here.
That's right.
'Cause my honey's home. Honey's
Oh,
home.
wow, it's a stressful day, but it's done and it's Friday. I want to give a shout out really quick to Kerry Galicchio, my hockey buddy. Kerry, I love you. We'll see you later at the Emporium.
Happy
birthday, my
birthday.
friend. And I want to introduce our guest, unless you have something else you want to say.
No, I'm definitely. I want people to meet Jay. You know, he's got a lot of people watching in,
Yeah.
along with our people. So we got a good mix tonight.
That's
It's gonna
right.
be
So
great.
without any further ado,
Further ado.
I want to welcome Jay Nova, Castronova. Hey, Jay.
Hey, how you doing?
Good,
What's up,
how are you?
buddy?
Happy to be here.
Happy to have you here.
Yes,
It's good to have you, man.
excited.
I know.
It's good to have you. I was looking on your Facebook at some throwback pictures of it. We're going to
Yeah.
get into later, you know, but want to mention you being single dad, right?
Yeah, single dad,
2 children,
three,
3
Great.
children.
I know, 2 boys and a girl.
2 boys and a girl.
Names?
Lexi's my youngest. She'll be 16 April 1st, April Fool's baby.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. But not
Hi,
foolish
Lex.
at all.
Yeah.
Aw. Hi, Lexi.
My son Cameron, 19, school up in Boston.
Nice.
And my son Nick, 22, is at home working.
All right. Now, which one was just, is the Cameron's the one that just went to Boston? Or
He's second year.
Second year? Because I was reading something about him.
He's going to be going to Australia next year.
Australia, that's
Down
what it is.
under.
Yeah.
That's
Wow,
fabulous. That's a
that's
good
great.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
He's excited.
He's excited.
Yeah.
And they were all with you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they spend time with their mom too, but they're with me.
Yeah.
I kept them in the house. You know.
It's tough, right?
That's cool.
You have so much going on in your life. You're raising 3 fine children, and then to do all the other things you do, which we're going to talk about. It's a full menu, right? You're busy.
Yeah, well, it's getting to the point in my life where now I'm trying to transition, focus a little bit more on me, you know.
Right.
Well, we were talking earlier about the kids. You had 2 of them that was born with
Skids.
Skids.
My 2 boys, skids. The doctor said that.
Wait, which SCIDS is, if people at home don't know.
Okay, skids, severe combined immunodeficiency, like the movie The Boy in the Bubble, John Travolta.
Right.
They have no immune system. They get an IgG IV from the nurses once a month at the house.
And that keeps them
going.
able to fight.
And
That's
yeah,
great.
they're
That's
normal.
great.
You would never know.
right, which is good.
Now, it's,
Yeah.
it's rare, right, to have one child
I
that
have
that.
2. It's rare to have one. I have 2. So the doctor said
Wow.
I did hit lotto.
Really. You know what?
Well, you know what? They hit lotto. They got you as a dad.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
a
And they're
big thing.
blessed to have,
Yeah, and they're
parents that
healthy.
can,
You know,
yeah.
even though they have their condition, you know, it's a little different. You know.
Right.
Right.
All right.
Is that percentage-wise in the world? Because I don't really know. Is it low percentage to get
Very
it? I
low,
mean, it's
yeah.
really wow.
My first son, Nicholas, he was the first to be treated for skids in that condition from Sloan without getting
Wow.
his immune system dropped and all of that. You know, so we went a different route, just bone marrow.
Wow, that has to be so scary from a parent's point of view. Kids, I think they kind of really don't understand things so much, or they fluff it off because they're kids. You know, that
Yeah.
youthful way of thinking. They don't really
Right.
think,
Yeah.
you know,
To them,
detrimentally.
it's nothing, you know. To the parents, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, my God.
But
And you go through it twice. God bless you,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I give you a lot of credit. You're strong, as well as they're
Yeah.
really strong.
We took
kids
the
to go
chance and
through
had a
it.
third one, and I got my daughter, so it's all good.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
So-
Well,
Good.
congratulations.
Good.
Good luck
Yeah.
to all of them.
Yeah.
Good luck out there, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Now it's time to talk about that.
You got a great dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are you were born and raised.
From Corona, Queens. The Lebanese king of Corona, Spaghetti Park in Corona, Queens.
Oh, you're right
The
there.
Italian neighborhood, right?
Now, was that the one that King of Queens has
Yes.
he gets the ice from,
That's
right?
right.
It licks in and falls
You like
on the
that
ground?
show?
I like
By
it.
the way,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
Vinny
funny
loves
show.
that
I
show.
love
It's
that
fun. It's
show.
You
cute.
watch the show, I see the old neighborhood.
Yeah, there you go.
exactly.
See?
Yeah, it feels special when you can
Yeah.
identify. You see, an old neighborhood on something you watch. But I feel really, I'm surrounded by 2 strapping Italian men with those blue eyes and the dark hair. It's really funny. It's Italian boys.
Who's the lucky one tonight?
Yeah.
Let's mention we're in New York, man.
Yeah, look
That's
at
right.
the scenery here.
We're shooting
Actually,
live in New York now.
New set in the Madhouse.
Tom
which
Ely,
we
thank you
love.
so
Yeah,
much.
I feel like,
Put us in New York for tonight.
yes,
Yeah.
Tom Ely.
We had to pay our own way here, but you know, we're here.
That's right. 3 trains,
Free
a
train,
subway.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that wouldn't be 3 trains, 1 train, 3 subways. I got it
Yeah,
backwards. I'm
something
not
like
really a city girl, so I don't really know. So, okay, so you have many titles. Drummer, singer, model. We'll get into some of the other stuff as well. When did you're a drummer, when did you start playing drums?
I started playing drums when I was like 5 years old.
Okay.
And then by 7 years old, I was playing with the 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old guys in my neighborhood.
Wait, when you were
Wow.
how old?
When I was 7 years old.
Really?
I would
Kudos.
play the high
That's
school
very
dances
cool.
with them.
Really?
Really?
My mom or my dad used to bring me down. I had to get permission.
Who got you into the drums?
My dad.
Was he a drummer?
Christmas, he was a drummer. There was a lot of music. My grandfather was a drummer.
Okay.
Wow.
But my dad brought me a drum set and banged away on it.
Yeah.
And it was funny because my dad's lefty, and when I was playing drums, I was playing lefty when I was growing up. And my friends, I started playing with my friends. They were like, "You're playing the drums backwards. You're right-handed. We play baseball together." And I was like, "Oh," so I switched them around.
But you were able to play lefty.
I was
You were
able.
fine.
So
Were you better righty?
I am, but I'm sort of ambidextrous. Go back
Nice.
both
Yeah.
ways.
It's funny because you say my dad bought me a drum set and I banged away on it because my dad bought me a bed.
Then,
I was 7 too.
yeah,
There you go.
no.
Thanks, Dad.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's
So
so
from
fun.
there, I just, kept on going. I wasn't a big kid when I was growing up. When I was like 15, I was still short. I was like 4'11". My sisters are short. And I used to hang out with my brother. In Corona, you hung out in groups of like 30. It wasn't like the neighborhoods now, like in Long Island, it's different. In Corona, it was like
Definitely
30
different, yeah.
strong. And all ages, you all hung out together at the park. And when they used to play baseball and football, my brother used to say, "Get out of here, you're too small." So what I used to do, I used to go home, play my drums, or I used to go make out with the girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? One
Or
or the other.
both.
Exactly. Right.
So
Wow.
I kept at it, So I used to play with the older guys, and I got a good reputation.
Which is, that's actually really good experience because you figure as long as they were playing from if they were all playing at an earlier age as well, you're sort of playing up. Like when I play sports, if I play hockey, I find that when we played better teams, we always played better.
Yeah.
When you play a team that's just you have nothing to play up to. So
Right,
I'm
right.
guessing if you played with very accomplished and established, well, for 16 or 17
Yeah.
years old, it drives you to be a better drummer even.
Yeah.
It's better experience for you.
Good experience,
Being that
you
young
know,
kid, you
yeah.
know. Awesome. And what kind of stuff did you do back then?
Back then, it was Allman Brothers,
Yeah,
that type of stuff.
yeah. Which is all good stuff.
Zeppelin, Allman Brothers, all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
You like,
And
you,
then now was it a band or you just played with them when they played together?
Oh, it was a band.
It was your first band?
Well, no, it was just a band that usually get together and they
Okay.
used to just play around.
What was your first band? Do you remember?
My first band, yeah, actually, I have there's some pictures and I have here. My first band was a band called Sun, S-U-N-N,
Okay.
and we used to play at the Catholic school,
Okay.
And I think I was maybe like 13 years old. And then I had a band called Anchor with guys from the Catholic school that I grew up with,
Right.
That's funny.
It's pretty cool playing music when you're young. I think my first band, I was probably 17, but it's definitely kind of a cool thing when you're that age, 16, 17, because
That's cool now. At
just
this
play.
age.
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
cool.
definitely. Yeah, it's definitely fun. Now, do you keep in touch with any of those guys from way
Yes, I
back?
do.
You do.
I do.
How many of them still play? I hope you say
Um,
all of them, almost.
No, they dabble around. They're not out there really playing. There's a few I run into.
Was there one guy that was like really good that should have still been playing? Or?
There's a lot of
There's,
guys.
there's always that guy,
Yeah.
that's like phenomenal, and he just stopped playing.
Yeah, I could go through a lot of names, but there's a few guys that were phenomenal guitarists that just blew me away. I'm like, wow, where are those guys? Or I know the way they are, and they're just doing family stuff,
Yeah.
It's not easy playing music. The business is tough.
Right.
It's not. And then I find that many people sort of take a break when they do raise families. A lot of times it becomes hard to do both. I mean, depending on the relationship or whatever, I guess. But a lot of people I've known stopped for some time. And as they got older, and like you said, your kids are at an age now too. I know a lot of people that I used to play with back in the early 80s. Now they're all playing again. And, it's a different time. It gets,
Yeah,
your
when
life
we
changes,
talk about the steps that I'd taken through the bands, when I was with the Wizard of Oz, the Ozzy tribute band, I was in that band for 7 years, and I did take a 3-year break and spend it really with the kids, and I totally put the sticks
Did
down.
you drum in that band?
Yeah. But progressing out of Queens, I eventually went to Five Towns College.
Okay.
and what'd you think of that college?
It was
I hear
it was
mixed.
based in Seaford then, which it was only part of a school that was there. It was very small, but I ran into a lot of talented people there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I ran into some of my friends from Long Island. Became friends with my friend Tommy Hendrickson, who's very big in the business right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll talk a little about him. But I met Tommy. We became good friends, and he's like, "Oh, come out to Port Jeff. I have a band. Come check us out." And I was like, "Wow, Port Jeff? You want me to drive out there?"
Yeah.
You know, that's a
Oh,
far
yeah.
ride back then.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
So I took a ride out one night, and I think it was the Rabbit, or what is that club back in the days? The Rabbit on,
In Port Jeff or Middle Country Road in Century?
I don't even remember where it was. The White Rabbit.
The White
Oh,
White
okay.
Rabbit.
Okay.
So I went to see them at a show there, and I was like, wow, these guys are really good.
And,
so-
and what band was that?
That was Rough Cut.
That was Rough Cut. I knew you were going to say that, right?
So I
Okay.
started hanging out with the band, doing some roadieing, became really good friends with Tommy, and I used to actually sleep at the house because it was a far drive.
Yeah.
And then that progressed into, they used to do Van Halen show. And what happened was I started playing drums. Well, the drummer, which was Tommy's brother, Eugene, he used to do the singing, and I used to play the drums during the Van Halen set. So that band was like a huge Long Island band. Rough Cut is well
Yeah,
known.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Big
definitely.
band. And from that band, we have a lot of guys that John Roggio, who actually plays Rock of Ages on
Yeah.
Broadway.
Yes.
He's
Johnny
there.
Roggio, right.
You know,
They
he
were-
plays with Completely Unchained.
Right.
And Eugene is actually Completely Unchained also.
Yes.
I was
we've
actually
seen 'em.
supposed to
We've
play
been
with
there
those
many
guys.
times.
They called me up, Eugene called me up, but I was getting carpal tunnel surgery done. So that sort of put me on the back burner.
Yeah,
I
that
took
was-
some months off there. But from Rough Cut, you have Tommy, who is with Alice Cooper right now.
I've heard him, and
Yeah.
he's
Wow.
really
He's
yeah,
doing
he's
some
really good.
producing with Alice, and he's playing guitar with them. He's been with Alice, I think, since 2011.
Yeah,
And he's
that's-
done a lot of big things. He was with Doro back in the day. You know, so he's been around. You can look him up on Facebook and Google him. Tommy's got a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've
Good
seen some
friend
of his
mine.
videos a while ago.
And they have a big
um,
tour this year, the
that's
Motley
good.
Crue, Alice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be at those shows.
Yeah, so the Rough Cut thing was a big thing, and I know I think I'm the only one that has any type of video of Rough Cut.
Really?
Really?
All
Don't you
those
love that when
years.
there's something in the archives?
Yeah, I don't
Somebody's
think I've
got
seen
it?
anything.
We
that
have
I
some video, don't we?
We do have some.
Do you want to go to? I'm going to let you.
Yeah, I think we
choose
should
what
go
you-
to that
Yeah,
so that we
let's-
could put
let's
it
see
aside.
that.
and-
Right,
Andy will
okay.
take us to the Rough Cut video, and we'll check it out right here. Here it comes.
There it is.
We got one for you. Here we go. I'll get you
Wow,
Hey, and
that
we're
was
back.
great,
Exciting, huh?
man.
Very
That's
exciting.
exciting. You know what? That brings back memories. Cheers. Remember Cheers?
Yeah,
Cheers.
Hammerheads, and
Hammerheads,
Sundance.
Salty
Sundance.
Dog. Yeah, there's so many places.
Sparks, yeah,
So
Vicky.
many
Sparks,
Vicky
Stage
Neely's yelling
Door.
out some clubs.
Yeah, I'm sure that brought back tons of memories for all you guys that are watching
Lot of
right
Vicky,
now.
Vicky's over here with a big smile
Those were
on her
good
face. She
times.
said,
Yeah,
"You know how
those
many
were good
times I've
times.
seen you
There's
guys?"
rock clubs, really like great rock clubs, like back in the '80s. They're far and few between. So we, even as a band, trying to get jobs now, it's not
Yeah.
the same.
But
You know,
that was
big club feeling, except like the Emporium.
How old were you back then?
Back then, I was 22, 23.
But you felt, didn't you feel like a rock star because you guys used to pack the house, man?
Well,
I
you
mean,
were a rock star. I mean,
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
a rock
good-looking
star.
guys.
But I
and-
mean,
It's all about
you
going
know,
on
it's-
stage
yeah,
and playing
we all
to
know
a
what it's
crowd, you
about.
know?
Yeah.
Right, exactly,
absolutely.
exactly.
Pumped.
know?
But I remember going into the places to see you guys, and it was packed. I mean, packed, shoulder
there was
to
a
shoulder.
lot of hair.
Lot of hair, yes.
Lot of hair.
all over the place.
Yes. And at that time, you were allowed to smoke in the club.
Smoke in the
Everybody was
clubs, that's
smoking.
right.
Holy
You know,
crap.
it's funny because I said to Vinny, we were somewhere recently and it was crowded, and I said, you know, back in the day, when you go to clubs and they're crowded and like you have nice stuff on and like if people bumping into you with their cigarettes and stuff, I'm so glad that there's no, in addition to it just being like dirty and
Yeah.
stinky.
You come home
I'm
stinking up the
yeah, but I
bar.
always had burns in my clothes because
Yeah.
you bump into people and you know, all that crazy stuff. But we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Sure.
And we'll come back. Jay's got so much to talk about. The hour flies by. Stay tuned. We'll be
Stay
right back.
tuned. We're coming back.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful framed prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Just watch.
Yeah, and we're back.
Yeah, hey.
We got the cute girl this week.
Yeah, we got Vicky. She's awesome.
No, she's the cute girl.
She's the cute girl.
The cute girl.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't have a cute person at all, which made it so much fun last week, that one spot. It was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah.
But we have so much more to talk about, Jay. So you ran and managed, you booked bands for clubs?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about that.
So
now, were you still playing in a band at this time, or you took a break, or?
after the Rough Cut era, everyone sort of like, we had our little splits, everybody went their own direction, was doing their own thing. I used to go hang out in Lemoore East in Queens on Queens Boulevard. Very big club if no one really knows about it. It was a big club.
Yeah.
Capacity was 2,600, but we'd squeeze 3,600.
Yeah, right,
Wow.
right.
Back in the day, you could do that. The fire marshals,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
weren't
yeah.
around
Right,
as much.
things were
Well,
very
back
different
then,
back then. So
it
many
was
things.
it was owned, and
Yeah.
the fire marshals
Yeah.
got taken care
That's
of.
right.
And it's
And,
not that they didn't come around; they came around like this.
That's right, they came around with their hands.
Right, right.
So I became friendly with Mike and Joe, the owners, and they liked me, so I started running the door for them, and then it ran into booking. I started booking, and I started booking all the nationals for them. So I booked everyone from Queensryche there, Great White, all the big
Wow,
bands, Poison,
Wow.
had them all, Loudness, all those bands,
Yeah,
Saxon.
that's great.
So from there, I started working for a company called First Class Management, which was out in Hop Hog, and we
I've heard of them. Yeah,
partnered in with
yeah.
Lemoore East, and we opened Lemoore Far East in Comac, which was in the Mayfair Shopping Center. So
Wow.
with both clubs, it was great because now I had 2 different clubs to book and book all these nationals and all the locals.
And how big was the club in Comac?
Comac, I think, had size of 800, 900.
Yeah.
Not as big, but
I remember we
Yeah,
used
but
to
for
go
the
there.
island,
It was a big club,
it's
yeah.
big.
It was a big
Different
club.
when you're in
Yeah.
Queens. It's relative.
Yeah.
There's more people.
Well,
and-
in Long Island, each lot has maybe 5 people living there. In Queens, each lot has maybe 300 people living there.
Exactly, yeah,
So.
yeah,
population's
we
different.
still had to compete with Sundance back then,
Uh-huh.
and Sundance was the rock club. So it was some competition, but we did have the name Lemoore,
Right.
so it was
Right,
Lemoore Far East. So
exactly.
it had
And
the name.
Sundance, man, it was a dive. I mean, like it was a shabby place, It was,
It's
it was a
rock and
rock
roll.
joint.
Yeah.
You're right. It
It's
was a
like
rock joint.
CBGB's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CBGB.
That place wasn't
you
the
don't
nicest
need,
place.
You don't really need much else other than like some really good music.
Yeah.
And I guess back then a lot of hairspray. And
Lots
it was
of
all
hairspray.
good, right?
Guys and
It didn't
girls.
really matter. Did you ever run into problems like when you did book a band if something changed and they couldn't make it? I mean, now you're under pressure to fill in, get another band. 'cause
Local
stuff like that
bands,
is-
local bands gave you those type of issues. Nationals, there was contracts. We really never had
Okay,
problems.
so we never had problems.
The only time we had some problems when the club sort of converted to start doing some disco. We had some national disco artists, and we had a few artists that were like bad. We had one, I don't want to mention the names, but she locked herself in the bathroom, and she was so high we couldn't even get her out.
Are you
Really?
kidding?
Yeah, it's like,
Somebody national in more of the disco genre? Is
Yeah.
that really?
Yeah.
Oh,
A
can you give us
diva?
a hint?
Is it a
Well,
diva?
you don't
It
have
was
to
a
say-
diva, yeah.
It was a diva. I'm
But-
not big into disco. I can't
Yeah.
even imagine. Well, I don't even know.
but really, I don't want to put a pressure on someone's name, but we
Right,
had
of
some
course
nice
not,
like
of course
that,
not. Right.
The rock and roll thing is
You know,
not
all
bad.
the fans out there right now are going. They're
Yeah,
guessing
well.
names for each other.
They can inbox me.
I was
But
going to say, yeah, you can find them on Facebook.
as far as
and
rock
those
and
are-
roll goes, you know how it is. You're a band, and half the time we're drunk when we're on stage anyway, or
Yeah.
That's when you
something's
go
going
on stage.
Yeah,
We don't overdo it. We know the level we need to be to perform.
yeah.
And if you're not there yet, you start drinking on the stage. So.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
my band played one time at my father's place, and I'll never forget.
What place
my-
did your father have?
Yeah, my father's place. And I was young, and my parents came to support and everything. And my dad was mortified that I was drinking beer on stage. He was embarrassed, and it's like it wasn't on TV. It's like didn't go national. He was mortified. I guess maybe because I was a female, and he just thought it didn't look right. He's old-fashioned Italian. He
I
just
remember
thought
my
it was
brother
so-
played at
so
my
bad.
father's place also, and it turned out to be a big snowstorm. I remember us going there, driving 5 miles an hour.
Did
and
anybody
I'll never
show?
forget. Yeah, we had a packed crowd, but I'll never forget. He wore this leopard jumpsuit. Oh, sorry, Ralph.
Yeah, that's
There's
okay.
pictures of that
Back then it
somewhere.
was okay. So how long did you last there? Did you work there at Lemoore?
I was at Lemoore's probably, it was almost a 4-year stint there. And while I was there, I did join a few bands. I was playing with T.C. Cross, who's
Okay, yeah, another-
known,
yeah.
Yes,
Long
of
Island girl.
Mm-hmm.
Played with her for about 2 years, and then I played with a band we put together called Surrender, which was managed by Lemoore's. And the band actually opened up for Queensryche when we had them at the club. But that band was together for like 2 years.
And was that
Some big
originals,
plans. All-
covers?
that was
both? It
originals
all
and
originals.
covers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you worked at Lemore's, were you guys like, you walk down the line, say, all right, used to, come on, used to, get in
Oh, you
there."
get to choose, pick and choose who you're letting in?
No, I actually worked the door inside. I handled the
Okay.
money, so they
They were already
a
there.
lot of money came through the door. So my bosses only trusted a few people at the door. You
Right,
know?
rightfully so, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's,
it's,
it's
that's a business you have to make sure
You
Yeah.
got to trust
there's
people.
somebody
I'll
who's
never
right, 'cause
forget-
people are going to skim
You
it,
can't trust
know?
people. You got to get trustworthy people.
Yeah.
When we had Queens right there, the door did crazy money.
Really,
Really?
yeah.
Crazy money. It was the highest ticket price we had there, and we had sold out shows. We had them there for 3 nights.
Wow.
And that was what years?
That was probably 86, 87, probably.
Seems like an eternity.
What were
you
tickets
know,
going for then?
Well, Queensryche, I think the ticket was 35, which was a
Yeah,
lot back
yeah,
then.
back then that was a lot, yeah.
I remember we used to buy tickets for like Van Halen, and the face value was like $14,
Aerosmith and
$17.
I used to go to the
you know.
Palladium, yeah. Concerts there, all at $12. I have more stubs.
Yeah.
AC/DC.
It's funny,
cheap.
right?
It's crazy, right? And what was the place in Comac? What was the,
Comac Arena.
yeah, but wasn't there another name for it?
I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter. I don't want to waste time on the camera thinking about that, but was it Comac Arena?
Yeah, it was the Comac
Wow,
Arena.
it's getting so much. But so when you left there, you decided to what, get more into your music, focus on your music?
When
your
I left
drumming?
there, then I actually got married. Actually, my wife that I married, she was a waitress at the club.
Okay.
So I wound up getting married, and from being with Rough Cut out in Long Island, I liked it out in Long Island, and I wound up buying a house out in Long Island, and I'm out here now 26 years.
Where'd you buy?
I bought out in Setauket.
Setauket.
Oh,
Okay.
Setauket.
Yeah, I'm
It's
still
nice,
there.
yeah. Setauket
I
is
bought
nice.
out there, and then I had my family, and then I started playing again out here. So from after the surrender thing, I played with a friend of mine, John Trailer, and John Roggio from Rough Cut. We had a band called Extra Extra, and that band was together for a few years. I think that was 1990.
Did you do copies? Or
We did
originals?
copies. We had a few originals, but we did some copies. We
Do you-
actually did a Frank Sinatra's remake.
Yeah,
Really?
see, I
Yeah,
love,
as a rock
I love
version.
taking a song that you don't expect and putting a rock twist on it. I think you could do such great things with stuff like that. What song was it? What Frank Sinatra
I
song?
don't
Do you
remember off the top of my head. We
Yeah,
actually have a
it's fun
video
stuff, though.
somewhere. I have a video on it, but we do
Yeah,
have a
that's
Sinatra
great.
song that we
That's
did.
great.
Yeah.
Do you write it all? Have you ever written?
No, but now that I'm singing, we'll get into that. I'm starting to write now, so
Great.
Wow.
we'll get into that.
So you're just moving on.
Moving on.
Getting
So
to
But
it.
now, but you said, then you started to sing. But your Throwback Thursday picture yesterday, which we both had curly hair back
Yeah.
then.
I had an afro back in
Wait,
the
we
day.
both?
So did I. So did I.
I was froed up myself.
Exactly. It's what we did. But you did sing back then, because that's a picture of
Actually,
you singing. So I saw the picture.
that
I'm
was a
like, wait
Thursday
second.
night at the stage door. Rough
Okay.
Cut used to be there
Yeah,
Thursday
all the
nights.
time, right?
And what used to happen, we used to become like a circus. We used to call guys. They used to call guys up, and one night they were like, "Nova, get up here and sing." I was like, "I can't sing," and I sang a song. I didn't even know if I knew all the words back then, but you just get up there and you do what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. And you
But-
get through it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
you
surprise
sang.
yourself. Right?
And there's a picture I found of it.
Yeah,
even-
that's funny.
Right?
I was like, wait a minute, he's dissing me. He told me he never sang until more recently. I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on a second. That's an old picture. You must have, now you told the story and it makes sense.
Yeah,
It's not
but
really that
even when I played the drums, I really didn't sing because more of a power drummer, and I'm moving a lot.
Yeah,
so
I have that
didn't
problem when I play too.
play with a microphone. I used to knock it away from me, but anyway.
Yeah, she's a real power drummer herself.
Yeah, my dreams are.
Yeah. So we had Extra Extra, and then after that, I was telling John, my singer from Extra Extra, I was like, "You sound like Ozzy. We should put an Ozzy band together." And he was like, "Nah." A year goes by, 2 years go by. I went to his house. I was like, "John, we really need to do this." So we got some guys together, and we started The Wizard of Oz. And The Wizard of Oz started in 1993, and the band is still together.
Really?
I did a reunion with them last year with the original guys. I was in a band for 7 years, and then I took my hiatus. I took off for a few years, spend time with the family. But John still goes with that band, and we were like the first of the tribute bands. I think there was a Hendrix tribute band and a Stones tribute band back then. There wasn't many,
Right.
and we were packing the clubs.
Yeah.
We were playing out there. We were playing everywhere, like Connecticut, Jersey. And I remember one time with my job, I travel a lot. I had to travel out of state, and we had a gig in Connecticut. I remember we used to do a 2.5-hour show straight which is
through.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do this show in Connecticut, so John goes, "I need to get someone to fill in." And he was like, "Oh, I'll ask Bobby Rondinelli." So
Another
Back
great
then,
drummer.
Bobby was a big smoker back then. He used to have an ashtray on his kit, So Bobby did the gig for me. And I remember when I came back the week later, I seen Bobby in one of the clubs. He goes to me, I don't know how you do 2.5 hours. I was dying. He says, when I go on the road, I play for an hour.
Yeah.
But it's 2.5 hours straight,
Yeah.
it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the guys we had
Especially
on,
when you're
yeah,
heavy
they're
hitter.
all over Long Island too, the Rocket 45s. They get on and play 4 hours straight. Non-stop, 4 hours straight. I mean, then a power drumming, they're playing a lot of dance songs and stuff, but still, to sit there and play for 4 hours,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a workout.
it's a lot of
Yeah.
work.
So
it
now
is.
you still play with that band currently?
No, if he wants me to fill in, but we did a reunion last year.
Mm-hmm.
We did a reunion show. We did about 3 or 4 shows. We played out in Maples. We played.
Oh, Maples, yeah, that place gets really crowded
Yeah,
too.
we did a summer show out there. It was really good.
Now, we're just going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, you have a slideshow of some stuff I want to see, progression of you.
Yeah, some
actually, right?
pictures,
Yeah, we
yeah.
definitely want
Some
to
of the
see
bands
that.
I was in.
Everybody wants to see pictures, right, of Jay
Yeah.
from beginning to current. So we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have 2 practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
Here we are, and we are back.
And we're back.
We got caught taking pictures during the break.
That's cool. I just want to show everybody this new microphone. I had to get a picture with it. I just love it.
That's
It's my new-
for
it's my new
when we
favorite
go
thing.
on.
So tell me, Jay, your show tonight. Give us the lowdown. So anyway,
On the contrary, Marie.
really, So we have, what do you want to show first, the slideshow? Or
Yeah,
you have
let's
just-
go to the slideshow.
Let's go to the slideshow, okay.
And the
that's,
slideshow's got the music behind it, so we can't
right, we can't
narrate what
narrate
it
it,
is,
but when we come
right?
back, Jay's going to give us an idea of what exactly all the pictures are.
Yeah.
Annie, take us to the slideshow.
In the dark, I like to read his mind, but I'm frightened of the things I might find. Oh, there must be something he's thinking of to tear him away. When I tell him that I'm falling in love, why does he say? Hush, hush, keep it down now. Voices carry. Hush, hush, keep it down now. Voices carry. I try so hard not to get upset, 'cause I know all the trouble I'll get. Oh, it tells me tears are something to hide and something to fear. And I try so hard to keep it inside so no one can hear. Hush, hush, keep it down now. Voices carry. Hush, hush, keep it down now. Voices carry. Hush, hush, keep it down now. Voices carry. He wants me, but only part of the time. He wants me if he can keep me alive. Hush, hush, keep it down now. Voices carry. Hush, hush, keep it down now. Voices carry.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful framed prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.